In this video, we will be going over the door sweep removal on a 2010 to 2015 Chevy Camaro. I will leave timestamps to the tools needed, the disassembly, and the reassembly. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And if you like the video, leave a like. Alright, so this is a quick overview of all the tools you will need to disassemble and reassemble the door panel and door sweep on a 2010 to 2015 Chevrolet Camaro. So first thing we got is a pry tool. This will help get the door panel off when all the screws are removed. This is a little pick tool. This will be nice to get those covers off that are covering up the screws. And then we've got a 7mm socket of some sort to be able to get 4 screws out. There's 4 7mm screws. And then we've got a torx bit. It's a T30, and we have 1 of these screws to remove. And then some added extras that might just make it easier will be an attachment for the impact. Just normally makes that a little bit quicker. There is a slight chance of damaging plastics, so if you're working on a really old car, maybe just use a screwdriver. Then we get a couple magnet trays for each door, just to keep everything organized, not lose it. And then also, again, this is not a must, but I love the air shim for any sort of situation that I don't feel totally comfortable with using the pry bar. So those are all the tools you should need. All right, so getting into this door panel removal, we will move over here and we'll show you the locations where the 7mm screws are and where that T30 is as well. So your first 2 pieces that you're going to have to take apart are going to be in this handle. It's just this little plastic cover piece back in there. Just get your little pry tool and pry that out. Same thing with this little rubber cover up in here, and that will reveal 2 screws. Alright, so this is your piece back in here. You want to aim for this little cutout. You can get your pry tool back up in there, pop it off. It's just a couple little clips like normal. Those pop out pretty straightforward. Just make sure you pull the handle towards you to make it easier to pop out. Alright, once we have those 2 out, we've got a 7mm behind here, and then this is a T30 Torx bit. And then we've got another 7mm over here, another one down here, and another one right over there. And then that is it. Okay, so we're going to start getting our screws out. We're going to start with the T30, the Torx set. And then we're going to switch over to the 7mm and get the rest of the 4. Okay, so now we're done there. All of our screws are loose. We just need to start popping this handle. Again, I like to use the air shim and a pry tool if needed. Sometimes the panel's loose enough that you can just get the pry tool, pop it off. Sometimes the air shim is nice if it's an older car and you think you're going to break something, or if it's a brand new car and the panel's pretty tight and you can't really get a good pull on it. There we go. Just tighten it up and just start clumping. And get those first few pops that we can normally pop again the rest of the panel with just our hands. Okay, so now standard GM around this time, they're going to have those little metal clips. I think there's 6 of them that are holding on the door sweep. So we just need to pop those off. They might fall, don't worry about it. I'll show you where they go after this. Okay, pretty straightforward. So then all we need to get to is our door sweep. We're going to pull from this side first. Exactly what I was talking about with these little metal clips. fit, and then just pull the door sweep out. So there is a little push pin clip right here. Just need to pull on the top out. So there's it. And then we can take the panel, toss him back up to where it was originally. And on this one, there's not very many clips to hold it in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that T30 bit back on my impact. And I'm going to take that T30 screw and then just throw it right back in the hole where it came from. And this is just to make sure that the door stays put when you're doing the window tint. You don't want it falling on you while you're in the middle of something. That would just be a nightmare. So make sure it's secure on there. If you can't get it with the push pins, secure it with the screw. So quick side note for installing the window tint on a 2010 to 2015 Chevrolet Camaro. I know we just showed you the side window install. That's pretty straightforward. No need to heat shrink anything there. Same with the rear quarter windows. And then the back glass is pretty straightforward as well. So expect a pretty easy install on this one. Again, it kind of sucks just because it's a coupe and you gotta just squeeze in there, but there's a good amount of room. So, all right, so we got the window tint on. We just need to reassemble it. So we're going to take that T30 screw out first. Then we're going to take these metal clips, clip them back, and I'll show you where those go. And then we'll take this door sweep, slide it back onto those metal clips, and then from there we're just taking the door panel, popping it back on, and reassembling it with the screws. Okay, so first things first, T30. Get that screw out. Again, the reason we put the screw in there was just to bolt the panel on during installation. So now we can pop the panel on just enough to be able to get these metal clips on here. And I'll show you an up close of how these clip in. Okay, so this is the close up for these clips. The back side is here. And then this is where that door sweep will channel into, and then the front is where the panel will pop onto. So we're going to take this, slide this back right into here. Bam, there you go. And you can normally tell where they go because there will be little marks on the paint where these have been resting. This one does happen to be missing one, but there should be 6 across here. Okay, so now we got those metal clips in there. We're gonna take this door sweep, throw it back onto the metal clips. It actually slides in there pretty easily. The only thing you really need to do is kind of fold it up in a U shape here. It'll just make it easier to slide on that railing and in between the clips. And then just push that down, make sure it's secure. And we should be solid there. And then we'll just take the panel and rub it on. So the only thing we need to look for is to make sure that our lock is back in the place that it goes, which it is. And then there's a little guide up here on the front. Make sure it's in the right hole. And then from there we can just push or just do a little pop and they should all pop it. All right, so next thing, T30 bit and screw. Throw those back in. Switch that out for the 7mm. And we have 4 of these screws, 3 around the perimeter and 1 in this door handle. All right, so now we got everything back in the right spot. We got it reassembled, and that is how you reassemble the door panel on a 2010 to 2015 Chevrolet Camaro. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Leave a like, and thanks for watching.